Welcome to this video where we talk about the summary of the week for Bitmine, but also a deep dive into the technicals of Bitmine, which levels are important for the Bitmine stock as well as for Ethereum. All about this here in this video.
Welcome to the game, I'm the wolf of Dubai.
Happy Thanksgiving. If you don't know who I am, my name is Danny and I'm looking for stocks that can go up 10, 20, 30, 40, 50x like I did for many shares, like for example Tesla, and my subscribers bought houses and apartments, right? And I think that's the number one reason why you should follow me on all my channels as well as on X. And also make sure to check out x10daytrading.com where we trade for you all automatically with our AutoPilot software that works like that. You switch it on and you receive all our trades all automatically into your broker. I spent $1 million in developing this and I'm super happy that, members are sending me messages that are very happy. So with that said, let's dive in directly what results we had over the last 3 years, right? So you can see here we want to average about like 8 to 15% per month with day trading, only using 5% of your account. And this is how it could look like. Obviously, never guaranteed results or profits. But here you can see that a $10,000 account could grow into around like $58,000. So if this is something for you, check out x10daytrading.com and schedule a call with me if you have $10,000 or more. Now, let's dive into the week of Bitmine, okay? And where it's better to dive into the week of Bitmine other than on the official account of Bitmine, okay? So when you scroll down, you see on Monday, we got the update on the holdings. And what was very important about the holdings was actually that they increased their money by $200 million. Okay, the cash went from $600 to $800 million, which is by per se already insane. But they did that also by buying also $200 million in Ethereum. So they raised about like 400 million. They raised it while the whole market was kind of crashing. I don't know how they sell this kind of stock to institutions, but they're doing a phenomenal job. So did you ever miss the holding? Like I see other treasury companies update every 2 weeks or longer, but Bitmine every Monday they come out and tell us how much they bought, and they're doing a tremendous job. Okay, so that's number one. Then we had a couple of other things that are quite interesting as well. So they are sharing also that they think it's about to break out, right? So Tom Lee saying that he thinks that the end of year rally will be absolutely brutal. It's coming, and crypto will recover tremendously over the next couple of weeks. And also they had about like a fantastic Bloomberg interview. If you haven't read it yet, it's a fantastic piece. I can really recommend to watch that. So that was about the week that we had so far. It's a short week. It's Thanksgiving. So I hope you enjoy with your family. And let's dive into the technicals of Ethereum and Bitmine to see which levels will be broken now and what this means for Bitmine. Actually, after hours, we went even $1 more higher here for Bitmine. Okay, so we closed at about like 31.58 and we went even higher to 32.40. Okay, but in terms of levels, I think that it's pretty clear that we are now good above 30. Okay, and here you can see about like 12 p.m. we got a nice rally here, right? So from 29 to even to the highest one of 32.40. So once we stay there, I think that it's nice to see a test of 35. And then after 35, the next big levels is 39, and after that is 45, right? And after that 40, 48, 50, 51, and so on and so forth. But if we are looking into the 1 month chart, you can see that the beauty thing is that we actually did the following, right? So we broke out here, we kind of almost tested it, went higher. This is very bullish actually, right? Because you see how long this trend actually goes for, right? So you can see here, you can see here that this trend is actually there for a very long time, since the all-time high here. Okay, so you can see here that this chart was broken once and then tested along here. And then now with the oversold situation, as you remember, we had a very, very low RSI here at 14. Then we recovered here a little bit, and then even though we had lower lows, we haven't have lower RSIs, which means that this is usually a bullish sign. Obviously, we went higher here than with this 25%, 27% move, right? So that's actually bullish. Now, we could sell off a little bit more. I don't know if we really tested again the bottom here. I don't know if we do that, but if we do to test 27 again, then that should be maybe the last time that we test this kind of level. So what I could see actually is something like that. Okay, so we test like this level again. We then move from here and test 35. Then we maybe, you know, the first time we didn't get it, we tried to get at this level again. Then it's almost the Fed time, so we could see something like that to 40 levels by, I would say maybe by 4th or 5th of December, right? At 40. And then maybe we see another bounce off of 40, because 40 is a quite a big level, right? Maybe something like this till, let's say, you know, something like before the Fed decision, right? Something like that. And then we could see the end of year rally. Okay, and where we end at the end of year rally, that's obviously something to think about, but something like that I could imagine. Okay, let's see if this will happen. Let's have a look into the Ethereum chart. Here's something similar, right? So you can see we reach new levels. However, the RSI levels didn't kind of show the same, right? So we had the lows here, 2,619. By the way, Tom Lee thinks that really the lows could be here, right? So that's why they're hoarding so much cash, and that's why they maybe want to wait a little bit. But it looks like we are kind of out of the woods, right? So far. Right, so here obviously take the levels that are need to be watched is 3,000, 3,100. Here you can see there's similar trend line here. Once we break through 3,100, you should see 3,350, 3,500, and so on and so forth. So and then again, perfectly for the end of year rally. Right, so yeah, very interesting. Stays technically very, very interesting, but it shows a couple of very interesting signs for bottoms. So let's see what we will see tomorrow. So as you can see, the most important levels are taken already. Now it's important to have a follow through. And I think that with the market coming back tomorrow, I think there will be also a little bit low volume. So the moves can be quite dramatic in either direction. But after Thanksgiving, there should be much more volume coming in into the year end. And we have the big update on Ethereum, and we have the end of year rally. So a lot of things that can catapult the stock to a different level and stratosphere. So if you're interested into that, make sure to follow me here and check out x10daytrading.com if this is interesting for you. When we trade for your account into your broker, right? It's absolutely insane what we have built, a huge community. We haven't lost a trade in the last 3 weeks, which is absolutely mind-blowing. But this is because we choose very high conviction trades only. We trade only like 3 to 5 trades per week. So if this is interesting, check it out. And I see you tomorrow, because the grass is greener always on the other side.